It's feeling good. Yeah, had a workout this morning. It went well, so I won't train today, but yeah, I think I'm still on track.
Okay. Where did you develop the skill to read the game? Was that taught to you? Was it something you worked hard on? Where does that come from?
I don't know. Honestly, I didn't even watch that much soccer growing up. It wasn't on TV a whole lot. But I learned a lot in high school from a great coach on IMG, Tom Durkin. He taught me a lot. I've had good coaches since then, learned a lot, and it's just been a gift of mine, I guess, thankfully, because I'm not strong, I'm not super fast, so you have to make do with what you got, and thankfully I've got a decent brain.
Michael, you've played with some great attacking talent, in your career. It would be, I guess you can probably argue that Josef and Miguel together are probably the top two duos that have been teammates of yours. Saturday might be the last time that we see them together. Can you talk about just the experience of being teammates of Josef and Miguel and what they've done, what they've contributed to the league and the team so far?
Yeah, they're definitely the best talented duo that I've ever played with. Just so explosive, can just change a game from nothing, create something from nothing. They've got such confidence that they feel like they can attack 2v4, 2v5, where sometimes we want them to slow the ball down, but you'd never tell them, hey, don't go attack. That's how good they are, and they make my life a lot easier, so that's always a plus. They're fun to watch from the back, and sometimes too fun. I get caught watching those guys when I should be organizing defensively, but those are two guys you don't want to take your eyes off of because you're afraid you'll miss something spectacular, and they just produce those moments over and over again. So it's been fun playing with them, and I hope we can, if it is the last game, I hope we close it out with a good experience.
You've talked to us about your history in this game in MLS Cup. I also watched your interview with Taylor Twellman where you guys talked about that a bit. So how much of this week feels like personal for you? I know obviously for the team and everything it's a big deal, but for you personally, how big is this for you? How invested are you?
Yeah, just as invested as the next guy. I understand more than most what it feels like not to win, and the other side of it, and what could be if we don't go out there and win the game. So I guess myself being towards the end of my career, it means a little bit more. Having been here and not won it, sure. It means a lot, but that's not to say it doesn't mean as much to Julian or any other young guy on the team. Because like I said, you don't know how many of these opportunities you're going to get, so you want to try and win one when you can. And thankfully, I've got a fifth opportunity. After the fourth one, I thought, man, I don't know if I'll ever get another one. A few years left, and who knows? But here I am, opportunity to get a fifth. So. It'll be special. I hope it's a great night.
I know you were traded by Columbus too here, but did that enter your mind that I might not get another opportunity? I'm coming to an expansion franchise, and I'm 32, 33 years old.
I don't know if I thought about it at the moment. You understand that going to an expansion team, you might not have success right away, but that was canceled out so early on with the way that the club's done things from the very beginning, and the amount of money they invested, and the infrastructure they provide, and everything's just been top class around here. So pretty quickly you realize, okay, we've got a good team, and we can do some special things. So perhaps right away when I got traded and decided that Atlanta was the place I wanted to be, but I'm glad things worked out the way they did.
You and Jeff have a pretty long history together, and what's that been like? The experience just playing with him, and what and you've seen what has he brought to this new franchise?
Yeah, Jeff's he's been a great teammate, and I think anyone that's ever played with him would say the same thing. He's just one of those guys that's selfless. A big personality in the locker room as far as experience and someone to lean on, and a guy that's out at training every day, doesn't take days off, doesn't take games off, just goes about his business, and someone you can rely on no matter what position he plays, what's going on the outside. He's going to go in there, he's going to have a good performance, he's going to have a professional attitude, and you love to play with those types of guys, and I think guys really appreciate that from Jeff, and the way that he's stepped up this year. You know, I thought last year he had a fantastic season, and I think even this year he's been better, which is impressive because he's even older than I am.
Yeah.
Don't forget to note that.
I'll be in the first graph.
No, I'm happy I'm back with him. I'm happy we've got another chance to win a title, and I hope this one goes better than the other three.
Michael, quickly, you're an Olympian, you played in the Champions League, and obviously you played in other MLS Cups, but this one feels pretty big. I think just in general for American soccer, could be one of the most viewed and for lack of a better word, the biggest American soccer match in history. Is it the biggest match that you've played, considering your career?
Yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, I've played in some big ones. It's definitely the biggest MLS game I've ever played in. I think that the MLS Cups get bigger and bigger every year. I think the talent of the teams, the talent of individuals across the league, the playoff format makes it just so difficult to get to this position. And with us being here and with us hosting it, it's even bigger. So I do think that this will go down as the biggest MLS game I've ever played in. But biggest game, I'm not sure.
What was the biggest game you think that you ever played?
US-Mexico World Cup qualifier, Champions League game,
They trump
the
this.
Olympics.
Yeah.
I don't know if they trump it, because there's a trophy on the line for this game. The World Cup qualifying, we qualified that night, so that was a big one. Gold Cup finals, but I think this trumps a Gold Cup final just because of the amount of work that goes into it. You're with these guys for 11 months working towards this point where, Gold Cup, even though it's the national team, it's only a month, and so it's a little bit different. So definitely one of the top games I've ever played in.
For some of those reasons that you mentioned for why it's such a big game, as well as the fact that you guys beat Red Bulls on your way to get here, they set the new record in points this year. Is there an added incentive that you could possibly kind of stamp your authority as one of the best teams ever in MLS?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that we know that we've been special this year. I mean, we're proud of the fact that the season that we've put together. No back-to-back losses is incredible. It really is in MLS. It's just unbelievable. When I saw what Toronto did last year, I thought, man, that's so impressive. The season that they had, and to think that us and the Red Bulls came back the very next year and bettered it is really impressive. And then to go on the run that we have in the playoffs, especially coming off the disappointment of the end of the regular season, it's been incredible. And so. It's exciting, and to end it with a title would be amazing, and we'd definitely put ourselves in that conversation.
To follow that up, is the season not a success if there isn't a title?
No, I don't think so. I think this club's achieved some great things. Qualifying for the Champions League, the regular season that we put together, the second best ever. Those are big things. Winning an Eastern Conference title, another big thing. Being able to host an MLS Cup in our second year, so fortunate. So, no, I don't think so. I mean, I think we'd all obviously be devastated, but I think that no matter what happens, it's been a great year.
Guys have shared some the things they're going to miss about Martino, whether it's him taking the middle seat on airplanes or breaking down film or playing defense while playing offense. I was curious what you're going to miss most as the team's captain and one of the more important guys on the squad.
Yeah.